This is a free preview of Amish Country Road Trip by Ruth Price. You can purchase the book for 99 cents or read it for free with Kindle Unlimited through February 17, 2016. Amish Country Road Trip Chapter 1. The smell of antiseptic cleaning solution hung sharply in the back of Martha Zook's throat, but the 16-year-old girl had grown used to it in the same way she'd grown used to the sounds of the community hospital where she worked, the beeping of medical equipment, the shuffle squeak of shoes over linoleum, and the staccato conversations that took place between the doctors and nurses in the halls and behind the nurses' station. When she'd first started here, the sudden bursts of sound had jarred her as the too white light and harsh cleansers had made her eyes water. Now, she'd grown used to all of it. Martha was 5 feet, 5 inches tall with large glasses and a chubby face that made people think that she was younger than her 16 years. But long hours spent on the family farm had made her strong. She was a solid worker, high praise from Mrs. Juanita King, the middle-aged woman who ruled over the janitorial staff with a large smile and iron thumb. As a member of the janitorial staff, Martha was also basically invisible until someone needed something mopped or swept or put away. That suited Martha, at first because she had only been working to save enough money to go back home to Elkhart, but now because she felt she had a place here. Yes, she was a nearly invisible cog in this massive, English medical machine, but she was not wholly unappreciated. She glanced at her wristwatch, a gift from a long-term patient who, after being discharged, she still kept in correspondence. 15 more minutes before she had to. Martha made her way quickly to the break room. She timed it well. Most of the other staff took their breaks at 10:30, but today she dragged her feet a bit, taking extra care with the stairwells in order to have some time to herself to read. She poured a cup of lukewarm coffee into a mug that read "Kiss the Chef," sat down on the closest folding chair, adjusted her glasses and took off her cleaning cap. She wore her prayer cap and light brown hair in a tight bun beneath it. Not all of the Amish girls did when they went into the English world, but Martha felt a bit naked bareheaded. Once she was comfortable, she carefully opened the letter. It was from her best friend in Elkhart. A stab of loneliness passed through her as she started to read. "Dearest friend, I hope and trust that this letter will find you in good health, and here in Elkhart we thank God for all His providence and care, and most of all His mercies that are everlasting. I know it is so soon after I had written you the last letter, but this could not wait. Our prayers have been answered in the most astounding and wonderful way, Martha. Abigail is getting married." Abigail? Annie's older sister, the prodigal daughter returned, was getting married. And to none other than Micah Abraham. This is even beyond what we had hoped and prayed for, if you can remember. And because I believe you played a vital role in this union, our whole family would like to invite you as a very special guest to Abigail and Micah's wedding, which will be taking place on the first Tuesday of November. It's a bit late in the season, but they didn't want to wait until next year, and to be honest, we'd all been so worried for Abigail. Even the bishop decided that it was better to have them take their vows and start their household this year than also. This gives you 3 weeks to plan to attend, and we would all be very honored to have you here if it is at all possible. Martha gave a snort. Nothing was keeping her from this wedding. It was a miracle considering everything that had happened and everything Abigail had lost. Continue to uphold us in your prayers, and we are doing the same. It will also be nice to see you again after a long time, and I am so grateful to God that even though your family moved away from Elkhart, we have still remained best friends. The distance is long and tedious, but the good thing is that the Greyhound Bus Company plies this route too, and you can take the bus from Lancaster to Goshen, which will take you about 8 hours. From Goshen, it will be easy for you to hire a smaller vehicle up to our home. I look forward to hearing back from you with your confirmation. With Christ's love, and missing you very much. Annie King. Martha smiled. In a world that was full of pain, sorrow, betrayals, mistrust and all other social evils, true love still existed. She whispered it aloud, tasting the words on her tongue. Love truly does exist. And maybe, if things continued as they had been, she would find the same thing for herself. Martha shook her head. As well as her and Jebediah's courtship seemed to be progressing, it was foolish to presume. Martha folded the letter and put it back into its envelope. She would reply the letter tonight when she got home, and post it early tomorrow morning. Thank you for enjoying this free preview or Ruth Price's new release, Amish Country Road Trip. If you want to keep reading,